Okey, baru-baru ni di Singapura keluar satu video tentang gerakan LGBT lah dekat sana, dipanggil sebagai Pinkdot ya. Pinkdot ni setiap tahun dia akan buat satu gathering. So tahun ni dia buat video dia. Saya tak pasti tahun-tahun lain sebelum ni. Tapi tahun ni dia ada special video yang diterjemahkan ke dalam bahasa India, bahasa Tamil, bahasa Cina, bahasa Inggeris dan juga bahasa Melayu. Okey. Maksudnya ada orang Melayu yang becoming the translator and narrator kepada video mereka ni.
Tak spesifik kan?
Daripada gaya bahasa tu, saya spesies sangat kuat yang bercakap tu memang orang Melayu. Okay. Tapi saya tak boleh kata 100%, but I would say 99.99% is a Malay that is narrating it. Okay. Now, dia orang punya tema tahun ni apa? Ini kita kena understand. Awak jangan kata itu hal Singapore. Tolonglah bila we speak about Southeast Asia, we speak Southeast Asia. Whatever happens there is for you to learn. Because those dekat sini akan menggunakan jalan yang lebih kurang sama. Terma yang lebih kurang sama, slogan yang lebih kurang sama. Apa dia orang punya slogan tahun ni? Celebrating all families. Celebrating all families. That means any kind of families. 2 men, 2 women. Okay, 4 men, whatever it is. Yeah. Itu tak boleh. No, we cannot expect that. Very good kan? Kita kena tanya Pinkdot kan. Will you celebrate polygamous family kan? In some countries itu je dia tak boleh accept. Siap kata melanggar undang-undang pula tu. Tapi yang lain, celebrating all families. Ini kita nak kena dismantle. These are loaded slogans, loaded statements. Bagi kita sebagai orang Islam, kita kena akui bahawa perkataan family, al-wada' al-lughawi dia, maksud dia dari segi makna asal family, rujuk kepada apa? Rujuk, cek kamus, Oxford. A group of one or more parents and their children living together as a unit. Now, bila rujuk perkataan parents pula, dia akan merujuk kepada a male and a female. Perkataan family bila digunakan kepada selain ini is used as a figurative speech. Bila kita kata we as the family of Muslim ummah, itu figuratif. Asal perkataan dia merujuk kepada lelaki, perempuan berkahwin membina satu kelompok masyarakat yang dipanggil sebagai keluarga ataupun family. Yes. Press the mic.
Kalau orang balas balik, dia kata dictionary definition tu is not a prescriptive authority but a descriptive resource. Maksudnya dia describe, then perkataan tu kegunaan dia berubah. How would you counter it? Sebab you invoke the dictionary definition.
Thank you. Saya bukan sekadar invoke dictionary definition, saya kata ini position orang Islam. I say that Muslims, the way we define the word family is the first meaning that came in these dictionaries. First meaning. Okay? Dan kami mengatakan bahawa perkataan family itu dalam konteks yang lain semua figuratif. Dan saya percaya bahawa ini juga yang difahami oleh semua masyarakat dunia, kecuali hari ini. Lepas ni saya akan bincang macam mana ada onslaught on words, important concepts yang digunakan dalam masyarakat. Okay? So saya nak beritahu bahawa Muslims, wherever we live, di mana pun, waktu mana pun kami berada, we are sticking to this definition of family. We're going to stick to this till the end of time. Okay? There is no such thing as celebrating all families. If you are referring to lesbian family, gay family, these are not families to us. This, if can be described, it can only be described as broken families. It can only be described as broken families. Ini bagi pemahaman kami. Okay, keluarga yang ada absent father, contoh. What is the word that people use? Broken family. Kan, bapa ada tapi tak bertanggungjawab, tak tinggal bersama dengan mak, tak tinggal bersama dengan anak-anak. Kita panggil broken families. They are not real families, broken families. What more gay families, lesbian, itu pegangan kami. Itu dalam pengistilahan dipanggil sebagai broken family. They will never be accepted as a proper family in our definition. Di dalam definisi kami. Now, main issue kami dengan gerakan LGBT ni adalah the blatant rejection of important concepts in society. Onslaught dia bukan sahaja kepada konsep woman, man, maleness, femaleness, gender, sexuality. Sekarang ni nak extend kepada konsep family pula. What is a woman, you tak boleh nak answer lagi. Patutnya settlekan one by one. Ni tak, itu belum settle, nak kacau pula definition keluarga, family. Kacau definition, nanti society pun diganggu juga. Nanti the concept of child pun akan terganggu juga. The concept of genetik pun dah tak clear dah. Kromosom pun dah diganggu dah. Kromosom level. Ini saya kata benda ni akan diganggu. Just wait for it. You Google, you takkan jumpa. I'm saying that this will happen. They will ask you a question like this. X and Y chromosome is not necessarily pointing to maleness or male sex. Why should it be that way? Dia akan tanya soalan ni. Just wait for it. Dia akan pergi ke situ. Tak. Actually, dia dah go beyond that sebenarnya. Dia akan pergi ke situ. Sebab apa? Respect for words sudah tidak ada. This is blatant rejection kepada perkataan dan juga bagi kami facts and realities. Where is the line now? Garisan merah tu di mana sekarang ni? Please answer the question, what is a woman dulu. Make up your mind. Okay? Make up your mind. Dan Alhamdulillah, Matt Walsh punya dokumentari dah viral. It's a good move yang dia bagi free. Masih free lagi sekarang? Saya dengar 1 hari je kan? Matt Walsh punya What is a Woman tu dia kasih free 1 hari je, betul tak? 1 hari je.
Movie of the year. Lebih viral daripada movie yang
Rotten Tomatoes pun kasih rating yang sangat tinggi kan, dan memang viewership sangat tinggi mengatasi dokumentari-dokumentari lain. Dan saya ucapkan tahniah lah kepada Matt Walsh, dan kita should applaud them. This is a clever way of countering, dan dicampur pula dengan influence Andrew Tate dengan kawan-kawan dia, dengan Jordan Peterson. So kita dah nampak counter wave yang intelligent, strong, kita kata composed, tidak gila-gila. Sedangkan diorang dekat universiti duk menggila-gila. Dah jadi macam fascist movement. Dah macam in certain countries, saya tak kata everywhere. Siapa go against us, we will call you a bigot. Ini dah jadi ekstrim. Sedangkan you punya gerakan pada awal adalah acceptance. Nampak tak? Dia dah jadi memakan diri. All their slogan dah jadi counterproductive kepada mereka. Originally acceptance, love everyone. Tapi sekarang ni, anyone that criticize you, you akan label as a bigot, you akan label as a fanatic. Dan ada yang kena political pressure, ada yang kena berhenti kerja, ada yang bisnes jatuh. Ini fascism. Yes.
Just boleh saya komen pasal when you talk about fascism ni, there are few popular online da'i such as Hamza Sorsis and Abdullah Al-Andalusi, and their comment is this LGBT is an extension of liberalism. And dia punya premise yang kita tak setuju, the root of the issue is who has the ownership of our bodies, which is the root kan. And they also point out that the tolerance in liberalism is just the delayed intolerance. Maksudnya when you talk about fascism, actually dia as if you're putting it, I'm not criticizing, tapi it's like you relegating it to fascism. Whereas this is to some of these figures, this is just liberalism showing their true stripes. Kan, you disagree with the certain liberal ideal, tiba-tiba dia no longer tolerant.
We should tolerate everyone except those who criticize us. Kan? Ini kalau kita buka John Locke punya statement, the father of liberalism, dia ada kata we should tolerate everyone except the intolerant. Sebab berlaku paradox of tolerance ni. Kita kena terima semua orang, tapi kalau kita terima semua orang, kita kena terima lah teroris juga. Kan? So dia orang baru sedar bahawa kena ada limitation. So we can only be tolerant to tolerant people. Intolerance kita tak boleh tolerate. Tapi John Rawls, seorang liberal ideolog, dia kata tak, even the intolerant kita kena tolerate. Selagi dia orang tidak membawa ancaman keselamatan, we should tolerate them. Selagi. Ini ada mazhab. So sekarang ni dia ada dua mazhab. Dan saya mencadangkan kepada golongan LGBT ni, terimalah mazhab John Rawls ni. Accept selagi tidak ada ancaman keselamatan. Orang yang criticize you sekarang ni, kadang tak ada pembawa ancaman keselamatan. Most of the time tak ada ancaman keselamatan pun. Tapi still, you cannot tolerate them. You call them with all different names and you kasih political pressure, you kasih economic pressure kepada mereka yang tak sepatutnya. Dan John Rawls juga liberal. So kalau you jujur dengan the ideas of liberalism, you have to also consider John Rawls punya position. Kalau mereka kata, oh no, you are threatening our security, then you have to explain security in what sense. Bila orang tak boleh tolerate lifestyle you, doesn't mean people will go and throw bombs dekat rumah you ataupun memecat you daripada pekerjaan. In some cases, saya tak nafikan boleh berlaku benda ni, tetapi nak define bahawa benda ni mengancam keselamatan ataupun tidak, people need to sit down and be very careful of it. Sebab kalau tak, both parties akan guna, oh dia orang ni mengancam keselamatan kami, yang ni pula kata kamu pun mengancam keselamatan kami. There needs to be a clear guideline. Silakan.
Tapi Ustaz, the counter argument daripada LGBT pula, and you pointed out they are redefining words, but I'm trying to simplify, but the words are violence. Maksudnya they talk about words having
intellectual violence or
intellectual violence satu, but can inflict severe mental harm. There's that concept of microaggression.
When you do not accept my gender, you inflict.
You didn't affirm my identity,
yes.
And that's denial of my identity. And then they argue that, I'm trying to argument, take into its logical limit. There are going to be many people who use these words, which create a community towards the legitimate physical violence. That's the argument.
So my simple response to that is, kalau nak guna argument tu, both parties boleh guna argument tu. Contoh, a mother or a father who wants a child, who wants a cucu, tapi anak dia pilih untuk jadi gay. The grandmother, the possible grandmother and grandfather boleh claim bahawa you are depriving me of happiness. Betul tak? For not getting married, walaupun you boleh adopt, tetapi I nak from my biological son, a biological son or daughter. So kalau you tak nak kahwin, you dah deprive me of happiness. Nampak tak? So it goes both ways. Both parties boleh push and pull this thing. Akhirnya, it will not solve anything. So seruan kami adalah, kita nak kena respect first and foremost facts. Kita nak kena respect biology. Kita nak kena define terms as it is. Sekarang ni perkataan women pun you all tak nak define, tapi you still want to use the word. Kita tanya dia orang, how do you define the word woman? Oh, there is no definition for that word. But you are using the word. That is the problem. If you cannot define a word, you cannot use that word. You don't have the right to use a word that you cannot define. You don't have a definition for it. Betul tak? Can you use a word that you cannot define? You cannot even qualify it. Okay, the word God. Can you define God? Boleh tak?
To get technical, what if contohnya instead of you can make a general description saja. That's the extent of your ability.
Paling tidak membezakan, it distinguishes that thing that you're talking about with something else. If there is no distinction at all, if your so-called usage of the word is not actually distinguishing it from something else, then the word has no meaning. That's why when we speak about definition, dia ada dua mazhab. Satu definition, you define things based on its reality, hakikat, based on its essence, essential definition. Or, kalau dalam bahasa Arab dia panggil tamyiz, the distinguishing factor. That means you say that, we cannot define God's essence, but we can distinguish God from His creatures. We say that He is the creator, He is the uncreated, wajibul wujud, kan, the necessary existence. Even though that is not His essence, because we don't know His essence, but that definition differentiates or distinguishes Him from other than Him. So, kalau seseorang nak guna perkataan woman, and you tak nak bagi essence of woman, and you tak nak bagi the distinguishing factor, so the word has no value in your usage. So, ini argument kami kepada golongan LGBT. So, jalan tengah dia apa? Jalan tengah dia adalah we should respect language first. Okay? You want to use the word, you have to define it properly. If not, you have to agree that you cannot use the word. If you can do that with the word women, you should allow us to do that also. We will say to you that woman is someone who is born with XX chromosome. You should give us the right to define it that way. Why? Because you don't have a definition for it. We say, yes, we want to use the word woman, but this is how we define it. You cannot reject our definition because you don't have a definition for it. Unless you have a definition for the word woman, you can reject our definition of the word woman. Now you don't have the definition, but you are rejecting our definition. That's unfair. We can reject your unwillingness to define because we already have a definition. You don't. Therefore, you don't have the right to reject our definition.
Correct.
Okay.
Macam orang compare us to follow your definition. But
Tapi dia tak ada definition.
That's one.
Yeah.
That's one. Tapi diorang pun tak nak detail. Tapi diorang pula tak nak terima yang this kind of people yang memang kita yang macam kita tak nak gunakan that pronouns. Sebab to us that is not the definition of the gender itself, right? For example, contoh kalau kita nak label diorang pun maybe like accepting dia, or maybe like acknowledge diorang punya biological gender. For example, you are female with trans identity. For example, I think that would be the best way to describe them, right? If she's a female with trans identity.
That's what they want us to comply to lah.
But they want us to follow. No, we are not female. We are trans men. Or and the pronoun is he, him, or whatever. So macam it's kind of unfair to us also. Sebab diorang nak kita nak impose that words to people, other people publicly. But tapi dia dari segi yang asalnya dia tak terima kita punya definition pula. Macam it's a bit
Kita nak kena cari common terms dulu. Common points. Ta'alau ila kalimatin sawa'in bainana wa bainakum. Let us come to common terms between us and you. What are these common terms? We have to begin with language dulu. Because we need to communicate, isn't it? You want to argue against us and we want to argue against you. When we argue, we use words. If we cannot even agree with the definition of words, how can we even put our ideas forward? Tak boleh. So kena agree dulu. Perkataan-perkataan penting ni, agreement dulu. Kalau you tak nak define, you tak ada definition, you tak boleh reject definition kita. Now, tadi sahabat kita sebut berkenaan dengan gender dia lelaki, tetapi identiti dia adalah trans woman, for example. Atau identiti dia adalah female, dia perempuan. Walaupun dia punya seks adalah lelaki. Ini yang kita, sebagai umat Islam, kita tak menerima differentiation ini. LGBTQ movement ni, dia membahagikan identiti, gender, seks. Dia bezakan 3 perkara ni. Kita tidak terima pembahagian ini. Kita tidak menerima pembahagian gender dengan seks. Dalam masa yang sama, kita tidak menerima bahawa LGBT ini sebagai satu identiti. We don't accept it as an identity in the first place. Kamu terima sebagai identiti, tapi kamu tak boleh paksa kami menerimanya sebagai identiti. Dan kenapa orientasi seksual seseorang patut jadi identiti dia? Kenapa tak favourite food seseorang jadi dia punya identity? Kenapa tak warna favourite dia sebagai dia punya identity? Kenapa sexual orientation menjadi identity dan menjadi satu benda yang begitu penting dalam dunia ni? Ini kami tidak boleh menerimanya. We reject this. We reject this. Why? Because bagi kami tidak menghormati these important concepts. Then there is no common ground yet yang kita dah establish. Let us establish that common ground dulu. And the common thing between human beings is language actually. Dan itu jambatan yang boleh menghubungkan kita. Kalau di situ kita dah burn the bridge, maka macam mana untuk kita discuss further? So yang ada hanya akan brawling sahaja. Brawling. Di sini yang saya melihat scholars or intelligent people in human history, even today, dia orang sangat menjaga bahasa dan perkataan. Orang-orang macam Jordan Peterson, isu pertama yang timbul berkenaan dia adalah penggunaan perkataan. Dan dia kata, you cannot impose it on me. You tak boleh force us sampai masukkan dalam undang-undang I nak kena guna pronoun yang you pilih. Orang macam Piers Morgan pun dah very hard on this issue. Dulu dia tak ambil stand, sekarang ni dia dah very clear position dia. Whatever lah kan, dia orang will continue to update kan.
Semua tempat lain.
Pronouns pun sama juga. The pronouns still updating. It will not stop. It will not stop the pronouns. And can you imagine you have to teach this to school children? How many pronouns are there? Sebab melanggar undang-undang in some states, some countries. That means you have to teach the students. This is unnecessary burden for a young mind. Seriously. Now, and to us this is a clear rejection of both revelation and also reason. Penafian wahyu dan juga penafian akal manusia. So, bila ada rejection on reality, the only alternative is hawa nafsu. That's why the Quran says mereka yang mengambil nafsu dan diri mereka sebagai Tuhan-Tuhan selain Allah Subhanahu wa taala. You are taking your nafs, your inclinations as gods. As gods. That is the fact. When you reject reality, when you reject facts, when you reject knowledge, when you reject science, the only thing that you have is your nafs. Another concept that they bring is love. And seolah-olah all love is good. Now, we have to agree that not all love is good. Tapi the term love is love, as if it's trying to say that all kinds of love is good. Seriously, who in their right thinking mind agree that all kinds of love is good? Yes.
Have you heard this one before? Ustaz, water is water, so here's the toilet bowl.
No, I have never heard.
The love is love. So and water is water, so you're welcome to take a drink.
Subhanallah. So drink from the toilet bowl lah kan? Betul juga kan?
Dia biasa on Twitter kan, love is love and water is water, so please drink from the toilet bowl.
Kan? Kalau you kata love is love, semua love sama, maka water is water. So minumlah daripada bowl jamban tu. Kan? It's still water, isn't it? So kita tak setuju bahawa love is love. Twitter is just another level lah kan. So I belum ada time. So loving bad things is also love. Mana ada mak ayah yang beritahu anak dia, you can love whatever you want and that is good. Even LGBT parents pun, kalau dia jadi parents, kalau kita accept that term as parents pun, dia tak akan kata benda yang sama kepada anak-anak dia. Katalah anak dia kata, I love the rejection of LGBTQ. Kan? That's love. So say that love is love. Kan?
I love homophobes.
I love homophobes. I love LGBTQ phobes. Kan? Boleh ke? You say our love is love, isn't it? So itu yang kita kata, you punya konsep ni tak konsisten dan unsustainable. You know, it's contradictory, self-contradicting. So they are getting extremely judgmental now. getting more and more extremely judgmental and radical, more radicalized. Dia bermula sebagai apa? Normalization of zina and divorce. Ini yang berlaku dekat barat lah. Dia bermula sebagai normalisasi zina. Orang Islam jangan lupa benda ni. Dekat barat, dia bermula sebagai membuka pintu, zina is okay. Lepas tu divorce is okay. And also there's a very important point, bahawa gerakan ini adalah counter reaction kepada ajaran Kristian sebahagiannya yang anti-body, anti kepada badan and bodily pleasure. Antaranya yang dibawa oleh Saint Augustine, dia sampai kata bahawa kalau kahwin tu, kalau boleh kurangkan seks. Kurangkan seks, sebab bodily pleasure ni menjauhkan manusia daripada Tuhan.
Ada satu dokumentari yang tengok apa?
Ha?
Ada satu dokumentari yang tengok pasangan dia berkahwin. Tapi whenever dia rasa sexual urge kan, dia cakap, oh suami dia akan buat benda lain semua. ini betul ni lah.
Sebab aliran ni memang ada dalam Christianity, bahawa bodily pleasure ni menjauhkan manusia daripada Tuhan. Kita tak ada benda ni. So mungkin LGBTQ movement ni adalah counter reaction kepada penyelewengan wahyu Allah Subhanahu Wa Taala yang tidak anti badan, not anti kepada body ataupun bodily pleasure. Tapi bila ada kenyataan-kenyataan seseolah itu hakikatnya, maka ada counter reaction. Sehingga berlaku sexual revolution dekat barat. Berlaku revolution sebab ada penindasan. Penindasan kepada seks. Maka berlaku sexual rebellion ataupun sexual revolution.